Hey guys, Julie back with another video, and I have a watercolor mixed media piece for you today. Right now I'm running all of the things that you need across the screen. I just used a couple of brushes, some Van Gogh Naples Yellow Red, white gouache, and some Winsor & Newton watercolors. Also later on I'm going to be using some Posca pens in red and yellow and a little bit of gold acrylic paint for special effects. So the watercolor I'm using today is the Langston Prestige 100% cotton mold made watercolor paper. It's 140 pound acid free rough grain texture. It doesn't say if it's hot or cold press, but it's glued on all four sides, so there's no soaking or stretching required, and it makes it really easy to just go straight in watercolor. So diving right into this idea, pun intended, I've always thought that space and the sea, or water, like the ocean and stuff like that, is very similar in the fact that they're, like, one, nobody knows very much about either one of them. They're both kind of a mystery. And number two, they're both kind of very floaty, zero gravity kind of situations. The only difference between the two is that space, or so we think so far anyways, is uninhabited. Or at least it's uninhabited with familiar creatures. So I thought it would be really cool to meld the two together and make sea space. So I put a couple of whales, and we have little fishies, little goldfishies swimming around. So as far as color palette goes, I decided to go for like a primary color palette. Obviously the blue is the most abundant, but I wanted to make the red and the yellow really pop, so instead I used some Posca paint pens, and that's what you see me using right here. As far as the Space Girl goes, I really wanted to make her look like she could easily be floating in space or in water. I put a couple of real-time clips in here just so you could see what I'm doing and how fast I'm actually working. But for the most part, it's sped up just for time's sake. One of my favorite parts about this piece is the glow that I gave her on her stomach area and front half. It really gives it an extraterrestrial, eerie, kind of otherworldly vibe, and I'm really living for it. As far as the hair, I feel like I could have done better, because I really wanted to make it look like the hair was like floating inside of her little space cap, fishbowl kind of thing, but didn't work out as planned. That's alright. We'll try again next time. Meanwhile, the fish look great. I'm absolutely in love with that red and yellow planet in the top right hand corner. Oh my gosh, that is like, oh, clutch. Come through, planet, come through that wormhole. As I said before, I was sticking with a primary color palette, so I really didn't want to overwhelm anything with too much color. I tried to keep all of the planets in that realm. So here's a little progress pic. Now you see me putting in a couple of little stars here and there. I went with black actually instead of the traditional little white dot because I feel like they're kind of overdone. Especially since the background in certain areas is really light, I thought that a good contrast would be dark. So we're going with the black. I also really love the little red moon planet that I made. What planet is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. So now I'm going to add in some little gold stars to mix in with the black stars and just a little bit of gold detailing here and there. I got a bit stressed out adding the little speckles to the rings around the purple planet, but it all worked out in the end, so there was no need to stress about anything. I think the gold was really the finishing touch on that planet. It made it pop, 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 pop. Alright, all that's left now is to sign it and take it off of the watercolor block. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. Hopefully you learned a little something, and please like and subscribe. And until next time, darlings.